Hello, all. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Petroleum from Scratch. I am Jayeshchar, and this is Petroleum Data Analytics and Machine Learning playlist. So, in our previous videos, we have discussed about NumPy arrays, how to create NumPy arrays, how to slice NumPy arrays, what is dimensionality in NumPy arrays, how to handle dimension in NumPy arrays. So, in this video, we are going to talk about a very important function of NumPy arrays, that is reshape. So, how to change the shape of the arrays. So why it is important? Because in deep learning, in neural networks, there is a lot of use of 3D arrays and high dimensional arrays. So in that case, we need to do a lot of work with reshape. So that's why reshape is a very important thing. So moving on to this, let us start our video. Let us start our discussion. Okay. So first of all, what is the shape? The shape of an array is nothing but the number of elements that are present in each dimension. So we will look at it, that how we can see a shape. So first of all, I'm going to import numpy as np. After that, I'm going to create a 2D array. I'm going to create a 2D array of 2 rows and 4 columns each. Here you can see. So if I'm going to write arr dot shape, so it is going to return me the number of elements in each dimension. What does this mean? This means nothing. If I'm going to call my array arr, here you can see that two I am having two elements in this dimension. I am having two elements in my row dimension, and I am having four elements in my column dimension. So if this is a 2D array, I am having two elements in my one dimension, and I am having four elements in my second dimension. So shape is kind of giving me return of the number of elements that are present in each dimension. So if I'm going to write a 3D array, let us take an example of 3D array. So this is my 3D array, and I'm going to see my this array. Here you can see this 3D array consists of three 2D arrays with the shape of 2 cross 4. So what does that mean? If I'm going to type the shape of this array, arr dot shape. So here you can see 3, 2, 4. 3 means that there are three 2D arrays present in this 3D array with the shape of 2 cross 4. The 2D arrays are consisting of 2 rows and 4 columns. So in that way, we can get the number of elements present in each dimension. So if you try to imagine, the first three is going to represent me that, okay, how much 2D arrays are present in my three-dimensional array. So it is going to represent one of the dimension of my array. So three elements are present in one dimension, this one dimension. If you imagine that these 2D arrays are lying one above the other. So in that way, if you are going to imagine three 2D arrays are present in this 3D array. So three elements are present in one dimension. After that, this 2 cross 4 2D array. So two elements are present in my row dimension, and four elements are present in my column dimension. So it is having a shape of 3 cross 2 cross 4. So this was about a 3D array. In a similar way, if I want to create a high dimensional array, consider I have created a 5-dimensional array by using and a demin by using and the mean parameter of np dot array. And if I'm going to write the shape of this arr, you are going to get 1 cross 1 cross 1 cross 4, because only four elements are present in the last dimension of my this array. In all the other dimension, only one element is present. So this was about the shape. Now what is reshape? Now we know what is the shape of an array. Now if I want to change the shape of array, by reshape we can change the shape of the array. And by reshaping, we can also manipulate the dimension of the arrays. We can add or remove the dimension, or change the number of elements in each dimension. But remember guys, the total number of elements in the array will remain same. Just the distribution of those elements, across different dimension will change. So for example, I want to create a numpy array of let us say length 24. Here you can see it is a numpy array of length 24. If I'm going to write shape. It is a 1D array, as you can see from here. And if also I am going to write the shape of this, if I want to find the shape of this array A, you can know that it is a 1D array of shape 24. So only 24 elements are present in one dimension. So, and also if I want to know what is the dimension of this A dot and dim, you are going to find that okay, it is a one dimensional array. So now I have an array, and if I represent this, if I call this here, you can see one square bracket is present, so it is a one dimensional array with a shape 24. Now I want to reshape my this one dimensional array into two dimensional array. So how we can do that? So for that, the method comes reshape. A dot reshape. I just have to write the name of my I just have to write the name of my array that I want to reshape, and after that I have to write dot reshape, and after that I just have to give the new shape of the array that I want. So here I want to convert this one dimensional into two dimensional, and I know that 24 elements are present, so I'm going to have a array which is array consisting of 6 rows and 4 columns. So it is going to return me 6 cross 4 array. And now I am going to, actually we are just trying to view this array. Now I want to store this new reshaped 2D array in a new variable. So I'm going to write a2d equal to a dot reshape 6 cross 4. So whenever I'm going to call a2d, I will be able to call this reshaped array. I'm going to get this reshaped array of 6 cross 4. And if I'm going to check what is the shape of this reshape array, as you all already know that we have given the shape of 6 cross 4, so it is going to return me 6 cross 4. And if I'm going to check the dimension of this array, so it is going to return me 2 a2d. Sorry, actually I have written a2d, so it is going to return me 2. So here you can see that by reshaping we have added a new dimension here. Initially the a array was of one dimension, but after reshaping into 6 cross 4, we have added another dimension here, so it is now a 2D array. So it is a two-dimensional array. In a similar way, we can also reshape into 3D arrays. So in 3D array, the syntax will be array name dot reshape abc, where a is my number of batches, or you can say the number of 2D arrays that is present in my 3D array. B is number of rows in that corresponding 2D arrays, and C is number of columns. So again, let us reshape our A array into this 3D array of shape, let us say, because total length is 24, so we need to write the factors of 24 here in the reshape method. So in a similar way, we can also reshape our arrays into three-dimensional arrays. So the syntax for the reshaping into three-dimensional array will be reshape, and we will give three parameters as input in reshape ABC, where A is representing the number of batches, B is representing the number of rows, and C is representing the number of columns. Basically, A is nothing but A is total number of 2D arrays that are present in my 3D arrays. Again, imagine in such a way that a 3D array will be a mixture of 2D arrays lying one above the other. So A will be my total number of 2D arrays that are present in my three-dimensional array. So let us say we are going to reshape our original array A into a three-dimensional array. Original array, which is a one-dimensional array, I'm going to reshape it into 4 cross 3 cross 2. Again, guys, remember the elements needs to be equal to the total number of elements. As in initial A, our total number of elements present is 24. So these input parameters A, B, C, the product of these parameters need to be also equal to 24. Or you can say the total number of elements present in the reshaped array also need to be equal to 24. So when I'm going to run this code, here you can see four 2D arrays of shape 3 cross 2. So it is four 2D arrays. Here you can see four different 2D arrays are lying one above the other, and each 2D array is having 3 rows and 2 columns. Is corresponding to shape 3 cross 2. So in that way, you can reshape any array into 3D array, whether it is a one-dimensional array or two-dimensional array. So let us say we are going to store this three-dimensional array in a variable name a3da, and when I'm going to call a3da, it is going to return me the array that I have reshaped. And if I want to check the shape of this a3da, So it is going to return me 432, 4 cross 3 cross 2. And again guys, it will become a three-dimensional array. Again we have manipulated the number of dimension in an array by reshaping it, by reshaping its elements. So in a similar way, the above two-dimensional array is stored in a 2D. We can also reshape this two-dimensional array into three-dimensional array. Here we have reshaped the one-dimensional array into three-dimensional array. Now in a similar way, we can also reshape the two-dimensional array in this three-dimensional array. So if I'm going to write a new variable a3db and that equal to a2d dot reshape. So my new array a3db is going to be a three-dimensional array of shape 4 cross 3 cross 2. So that was reshaping into three dimension. In a similar way we can also reshape the original array in a four-dimensional array, original one-dimensional array into four-dimensional array. Now what the four-dimensional array will mean, we will see. Let us say just I am reshaping it into a shape of 2 cross 2 cross 3 cross 2. So these 2 cross 3 cross 2 you already have understood, I think, from this three-dimensional example, that it is going to return me a three-dimensional array that is consisting of two-dimensional array of shape 3 cross 2, or having 3 rows and 2 columns. Now this this first 2 will represent that, okay, it is going to return me two three-dimensional array. So here you can see this is one three-dimensional array, and this is the second three-dimensional array. So it is going to return me two three-dimensional array, and each three-dimensional array is consisting of two-dimensional arrays. One as in this three-dimensional array, first three-dimensional array, you can see that one 2D array is present this, and the second 2D array is present this, and the 2D arrays are going to have a shape of 3 cross 2, or you can say it is going to have a 3 rows and 2 columns. So in that way you can reshape your array in any number of dimension. Here we have also seen an example of 4 dimension. In a similar way you can also reshape the array in a higher dimensional also. You just need to be sure that the product of these dimension that you are going to write, product of this shape need to be equal to total number of elements that are present in our initial array. In our initial array, as 24 elements are present, so product of this shape need to be equal to 24, so that total number of elements present in our reshaped version is also equal to 24. So here you can see I have reshaped into a five-dimensional array, just written one. So it is going to represent this, this five-dimensional array is going to have one four-dimensional array, and that four-dimensional array is going to have two three-dimensional array in a similar way that we have discussed earlier. So yeah, can we reshape into any shape? As I'm already telling that the total number of elements are 24. So I need to be sure that my product of the shape need to be equal to 24. So what if the product not equal to 24? For example, I want to reshape my A into 7 cross 3. I want seven rows and 3 columns. So that is going to return me an error. That is going to return me an error. So you need to be sure about this thing, because you cannot split 24 into 7 cross 3, right? It is simple mathematics. So now we will move our discussion further towards the topic unknown dimension. So you can also reshape your array by using unknown dimension. Unknown dimension is nothing, it is just like you are not sure about that what will be the shape of in any particular dimension. In that case you can pass -1 as a value, and numpy will automatically calculate the number for you. So you are allowed to have one unknown dimension. For example, if you are going to have a three-dimensional array and you don't know that what will be the what will be the number of rows present in the two-dimensional array of this 3D array, then just write -1 and numpy will automatically calculate the number of rows for your given other input parameters. So we will see once we see an example, this will be clear to you. So yeah, I'm going to write my original array, which is of shape 24, one dimensional array. Now I want to convert it into a two-dimensional array that is going to have one row. So in that case, either you can use a dot reshape. 1 minute, I have to write reshape. Either you can use a dot reshape one 1 comma 24, that is going to return you this. But you can also, use -1 in place of 24. So if I have written 1 and I'm writing -1, so that is also going to return me a two-dimensional array. So what happened here, that I just mentioned that okay, I want to have one row in my the reshaped array, but I don't know how many number of columns is going to be present. So NumPy has by itself calculated the number of columns that is going to be present. So this -1 is representing my unknown dimension, and that has been calculated by NumPy itself. So also one more thing, that guys, you can see the difference here, that this is one-dimensional array and this is two-dimensional array. As you can see, the number of square brackets present here is 1, and the number of square brackets present here are 2. In a similar way, if I want to have a reshaped array that is going to have one column, and rows, I don't know how row it is going to have. So I just write -1 in the place of rows, and I'm going to write 1 in place of column. So it is going to get me 24 cross 1 array. It has itself calculated the number of rows that are going to be present if I am giving input of column as 1. So yeah, here you can see I'm getting a 24 cross 1 array as the return. So in a similar way, if I want to get an array of shape, let us say if I want to get an array of shape, that array that is having 3 rows, but I don't know what is the total number of columns that are going to be present. So I can write -1. So as you can do the mathematics calculation yourself, it is going to return me a 3 cross 8 array, 3 cross 8 shape array. So in a similar way, if I'm going to write reshape, okay, I want 5 rows, but I don't know what is the total number of columns that are present. So guys, it is going to return me an error because you cannot divide 24 by 5. As I said that the shape parameters need to be factors of the total number of elements that are present in our initial array. So in that way, you can use -1 for calculating the unknown dimension. In a similar way, you can also use this -1 for reshaping into 3D arrays or higher dimensional array. For example, if I want to reshape my A array into, let us say, three-dimensional array in which I don't know the number of batches, or you can say I don't know that how much total number of 2D arrays are present. But for my 2D arrays, I need to have an 2 cross 3 shape. I need to have the 2D arrays of consisting of 2 rows and 3 column. So 2 rows and 3 column, it will automatically calculate that such arrays, 4 such arrays are going to be present. So the first dimension, that is equal to 4, has automatically calculated by this reshape method. So in that way, you can use -1. And one more thing, that you can use -1 at any shape and at any parameter of the shape. For example, here I have used at the first place, where it is the total number of batches that are going to be present. But if I know that, okay, I want to have two 2D arrays, but okay, I don't know that, I don't know what will be the rows present in those arrays, but those arrays need to have 4 columns each. So yeah, it is going to calculate, it is going to automatically manipulate my array according to my given input parameters. It automatically calculated the third parameter for my given 2 parameters. So yeah, you can use one unknown dimension if you are not sure about that, okay, what it is going to it is going to have the shape in that dimension. So NumPy array will automatically calculate the shape in that direction. So that was an unknown dimension. And after this, I think yeah, and one more thing, guys, you can also use this unknown dimension for a high dimensional array also. For example, if I want to reshape it into a 4-dimensional array, here it is. So I don't know how many 3-dimensional arrays are present, but I know that two 2-dimensional arrays need to be present that are of shape 2 cross 2. So it is automatically going to give me return of 3, 1, 2, 1, 2 and 3. It is automatically going to give me return of three-dimensional matrices, and each 3-dimensional matrices consist of two two dimensional arrays, and each two-dimensional array is going to have a shape of 2 cross 2. So that is reshape, guys. And one more thing, as I have mentioned earlier, this reshape is very, very important. So I prefer you to do a lot of permutation and combination and practice a lot of this reshape, so that there must be no confusion left in your mind when we are going to use this in our next videos, or when we are going to use this in our deep learning course or something. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. I hope you like the video. So see you in the next one. Bye bye, take care.